Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. And yes, today we are taking a look at a new horror film brought to us by A24, and it is called It Comes at Night. And it's brought to us by director Trey Edward Shults, who also wrote this story. Now here we get the story of Paul, Sarah, and Travis. And well, when the film opens, we see them dealing with a very sick family member, and soon we realize that something has gone on in the world that's causing people to get sick. And Paul has come up with a strict set of rules for his family to follow to help protect them and survive, and hopefully for them not to get infected by whatever this is going on. Well, all that's thrown into a turmoil when they reluctantly take in a family who are seeking refuge. And we see how these two families try to live together while there's a threat in the outside world that's unseen. Meanwhile, inside, paranoia grows, suspicions abound, and we see how the tension comes to a head all through the eyes of Travis in It Comes at Night. This is a tense psychological horror film. So if you're looking for a scare-a-minute slasher type of film, you're going to be disappointed. The horror comes in what what is happening to these families, to just normal folk, what this epidemic ends up causing them to do, the things they do, and the things that they mentally approach things in order to protect their families. And I liked that. There was this tension throughout that you could cut with a knife, and it just gets thicker and heavier as the film goes along. And then when you're just waiting for that trigger, something's going to happen. And when it finally does, this film gets brutal. Oh man, this film is bleak, really bleak. From pretty much start to finish, it gets bleak. Not a whole lot of lighter moments in here, though we do get some interesting moments, namely through the Travis character, who I loved. I really enjoyed the Travis character portrayed here by Kelvin Harrison Jr. Really felt like a 17-year-old that's caught up into this big mess. You know, when the new family comes in, it's a younger wife, and we see him kind of dealing with some conflicting emotions in there, but they never go too far. Things aren't like, oh my God, this happens, or push too far as like relationships go. There's always just kind of that edge, that unspoken thing between all the characters, and I loved that. I loved that because it helps the audience keep you interested, wondering exactly what's going on outside and what's going to happen with these two families. Now, Joel Edgerton playing Paul, loved his performance in here. Doesn't get a lot of dialogue, but you can see through his eyes his character's always thinking of, suspecting and being suspicious and paranoid and protecting his family and always thinking, always going, and I like that as portrayal. Chris Abbott plays Will, the father of the small family that take refuge in the house that Paul, Sarah, and Travis live in, and really enjoyed his character too. Very different from Paul's character, and they always keep this kind of thing going, like they keep that suspicion going, just like Paul has with this family of, are they on the up and up, or is there something more there? His wife is Kim, played by Riley Keough, who we saw in Mad Max Fury Road, as well as a few others. Liked her portrayal in here, and the tension, the direction of this film is really interesting. It keeps you interested throughout. You're invested in this character, namely the Travis character, who has these nightmares, and he does an interesting, I don't know if you'll catch it, but there's a little bit of a little cinematic trickery going on, done between the nightmare scenes and the reality scenes, so you're not quite sure which is which as the film goes along, because he plays with that, and I liked that quite a bit. The music in here is very fitting and very sparse, but that third chapter, man, it gets brutal, and the ending is bleak. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a happy horror film, if you will. So if you're looking for something like your straight dyed-in-the-wool, straight slasher horror type of film, you're going to be disappointed. If you're looking for more of an atmospheric, psychological film where tension is there and atmosphere is there, and it's more about people and their thoughts and suspicions, kind of like The Witch, if you will, then I think you're going to dig It Comes at Night. Night. Not for all your horror fans out there, but it is one that I think will appeal to a wider horror audience out there than, say, your straight up basic killer film. So I recommend it. At least go see a matinee of it. If you do see It Comes at Night, please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Another great horror film brought to us by A24. And yeah, go see it. And pardon me, I'm going to rant just a minute. I would have enjoyed the last 10 minutes of this film even more had it not been for the freaking person behind me giving commentary about what's going on screen and this is what this means and that. And I'm like, shut the hell up! Quit it, folks! Don't talk like that. You'll have plenty of time after the movie and the credits start roll to talk about the film. Okay, that has nothing to do with the film. Had to get that off my chest. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for your support. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.